I'm Macy Egland. Only in Newsday, a Nassau court awarded $1.6 billion to 104 women who say they were sexually abused by a former Merrick pediatrician. 89-year-old Stuart Copperman declined to respond to the allegations. Experts say the judgment is one of the largest for a sexual abuse case in U.S. history. New charges today for two men accused of raping a missing East Patchogue teenager. Anthony Wright and Daniel Soto are expected to be arraigned on a grand jury indictment. Prosecutors say they had sex with the 14-year-old girl during the week she was on a boat in Islip.
I told the cops weeks before she went missing. There was this giant who had come to the house.
Alleged Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann's extended family was, quote, in shock and disbelief after his 2023 arrest. That's according to an interview in the Netflix documentary series Gone Girls, the Long Island serial killer. Heuermann is accused of killing 7 women. Residents of a Baldwin apartment building have been forced from their homes. Town officials found structural problems after a fire on Sunday. Residents tell us they've been living in awful conditions for years. A representative for the company that owns the building declined to comment. A former Long Island congressman could be headed back to Washington, D.C. President Trump tapped Anthony D'Esposito to serve as Inspector General for the Labor Department. His nomination now heads to the Senate. And it's day one on the job for Long Island's first new State Board of Regents representative in 20 years. Felicia Thomas Williams takes over the seat formerly held by Roger Tillis today. Let's take a look at your forecast now. After a soggy start, things do dry out later this morning. Clouds move out later on this morning, and then that sun shines this afternoon. It will be breezy. Highs maybe in the mid-50s. A little cooler for you tomorrow, highs in the mid-40s, but it will feel more like the 20s and 30s with that wind we'll have. In your 7-day forecast, we're tracking a chance of rain for the rest of the week and into your weekend.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
The sneaker game is officially back.
Nike's Air Jordans are credited with the beginning of the sneakerhead movement, a culture of collection and appreciation that still lives on today. Now, with the 40th anniversary of the first drop on April 1st, it's clear that Jordans never go out of style. Welcome to the Sneaker Exchange. So it's a buy, sell, and trade show that attracts hundreds of sneakerheads a couple times a year. But the interesting part is that none of this would probably even be here if Michael Jordan didn't team up with Nike in 1985 to release the first Air Jordans.
You're talking about a man who's a legend, legendary man, somebody who's an innovator, somebody who did so much for the culture just by being a great athlete. It's iconic in that way. If you look at history, you see that Jordans are always relevant.
It's a great, diverse community of people that just want to have bond over one thing.
For some of the people here, sneakers have literally changed their lives.
I was homeless for a lot of my teenage years until I started, becoming into entrepreneur. First, I was doing the wrong things. Then I started to do the right things and got put onto selling shoes by my cousin. He was really profitable.
A few years back, Jordans kind of dipped in popularity, but recently they're making a comeback, especially with the anniversary on the horizon.
It's going to be a very good year for Jordans. They're once again coming out with a lot of the original colorways. They've done 2 pairs so far this year, and they've sold out instantly, and they're going for about double retail.
And no one forgets their first pair.
I was a senior in high school, and I was working for KFC at the time. I took my check and got me a pair of 10s, you know what I mean? And went to school, and everybody was like, yo, those is hot.
I remember standing in line with my little brother. We got the Master 12s, but it was just amazing. It was just it felt good, and then I couldn't, I wasn't getting made fun of no more because I was walking around with glue on my shoes and stuff, so it feels good now to have a lot of real sneakers.
This has been Laura Albanese reporting for NewsdayTV.
And sneakerheads can read more about the story on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box.
Grab a bottle, we're making tea.
You wouldn't think it, but behind this little window sign at this Ronkonkoma warehouse, big flavor is being brewed. And behind the pillowcase-sized tea bags is none other than...
I'm Kyle Chandler, the founder of the Subtle Tea Company. We've been brewing quality iced tea for the last 12 years, and my favorite part of Subtle Tea is making it.
Chandler decided to brew his own tea while at a beer brewing festival, because to him, brewing is brewing, right?
And it was a legitimate light bulb moment. Like, beer is brewed, tea is brewed, why isn't there a craft brewed iced tea?
Well, now there is, coming in multiple flavors and distributed in multiple places. Subtle Tea is here.
That tastes like tea. Tasty first.
Which is like crazy. It's so simple.
Right?
Yeah. It's good tea.
Now, before the machinery and the distribution, and of course the know-how, Chandler says he relied on family and friends to get his tea-making journey going.
And I'd have my buddies come over for label parties, and we would do it by hand, and it would take 3 or 4 hours to put labels on bottles.
And after a decade of dunking, I had to see if Chandler did not lose his roots.
So back in the day, Kyle used to have label parties where everybody would come over and label his bottles. But he's obviously grown and so is his business, but I want to see if he still has it. So 3 bottles each, 3 labels each, time on the clock. I want to see who can do this the fastest. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. No, wait, no. Yours is way better. He still got it. Kyle,
This was not even close!
there you go. All right, leave it to professionals.
Professional? Yes. Passionate? Yes. But what Chandler says makes a great tea maker is never losing your ability to absorb and grow.
You have to realize you don't know everything. You got to be able to ask questions, but absorb it. I enjoy seeing people enjoy something that I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into for the last decade.
Ken Buffa, Newsday TV.
And you can see more of Ken's LI Work segments on Newsday.com. Again, click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. I'm Macy Eglin. Thanks for watching Newsday TV. Hope you have a great day.